Hello, and welcome to another episode. In this, we'll understand Doc2Vec. So let's get started. So Doc2Vec is nothing but it's an extension of Word2Vec itself, right? And you'll see that the entire sentences or documents were taken into consideration while developing Doc2Vec kind of an embedding. So we have seen how AI learns these meanings of individual words. But what if we want the AI to understand the entire sentences, paragraphs, or even documents, right? For example, the cat sat on a mat and a fluffy kitten was resting on a carpet. So these words may be different, but the idea of saying the sentences might be different. But the meaning that they want to convey from these two words, these two sentences, are basically the same. The cat sat on the mat, the fluffy kitten was resting on the carpet, right? So what Doc2Vec does is it tries to represent the entire documents as dense vector instead of just words. So let's try to understand the key idea behind it. So there are two basically embeddings which are combined, which are used to capture the final embedding. One is the Word2Vec, which we have already learned, which gets vector for each particular word. And then on top of it, there's a document embedding, which uses the entire documents and tries to represent it as a single vector. So the goal would be to capture the meaning of the full sentence or paragraph instead of just capturing individual words. Now, an example over here would be an apple is a tech company, and an apple is a fruit. So the Doc2Vec will try to create unique vectors for each of these documents so that the AI can understand that both of them are apart, right? The first one is trying to talk about a tech company, and the second sentence is trying to talk about a fruit. Now, there are two training methods which are used to basically train this Doc2Vec kind of a model. The first one is known as paragraph vector distributed memory, or PV-DBOW for short, where the goal is to predict the missing words in the sentences using both word vectors and a unique document vector. So for example, if I have an input, the cat dash on a mat, the AI will use both word embeddings and document embeddings to predict the word inside the dash or the fill in the blanks would be sat, right? So this would help in creating an overall meaning of the document itself. Then the second method which was used is also known as paragraph vectors and distributed back of words, or also known as PV-DBOW for short. So the goal over here was to predict a sentence missing word without looking at the surrounding words. So again, I'll give you an example where we have inputs such as the dash sat on a mat. Then the model predicts cat just from the document ID itself. Now this was more efficient, but it loses some of the context, right? Now both of these methods helped AI in understanding full documents rather than just words. So if you search for the best smartphone for photography, now the AI can find reviews that discuss camera quality, even if that exact word is not present in the sentence. So this is how the Doc2Vec worked, and with this we conclude our phase 2 of understanding the LLM series. Now we'll go to the phase 3, but before that, share it with someone who might like it.